Today's horoscope, Leo August 24th, 2024. Discover your future with my daily horoscope for you about love, work, health, money and compatibility with other signs. With retrograde Mercury in your sign and busy today, some introspection can be beneficial now. Watch for overthinking today, but lean into the opportunities to enjoy interesting ideas and perspectives. You're inclined to separate from your affections and feelings when making a decision. But while some inward focus is good now, there is a spirit of openness and friendly energy in the air that inspires positive thinking. Goals that involve creating and sharing can be furthered. You can gain respect for your intelligence and unique energy now, and it's a good time to find the information you need and enjoy energizing interactions with others. There is more energy in your conversations and information exchanges. At the same time, people may be particularly interested in what you have to say. Get ready to roar for better or worse today, with the energy of yesterday still prominent. Sweet Venus, our goddess planet of romance and beauty, is locked in a bullfight with mighty Mars, our red planet of war. These two planets are known as the cosmic lovers. Whenever they link, relationship matters come to the forefront of our attention. On the one hand, you could feel like you and your sweetheart are ready to get down and dirty with explosive sexual frustration that's been building up. Yet, if there's tension especially around friends, gossip, or money, this could lead you both into a sharp dialogue instead. Address your fears of the future. You may feel like your professional journey is up in the air after the last few weeks. Something could have fallen through, or you may have struggled to feel confident in your trajectory. Although it might seem tumultuous, you have a chance to reinstall your confidence, since Mercury retrograde in your sign will trine Chiron retrograde in Aries. Instead of looking toward the future with trepidation, you should look at it with enthusiasm. Anything could happen. Let this notion make you feel excited for what is to come in your professional journey. Giving in to that which makes your power grow is a good idea. This certainly involves movement of some kind. Any kind of exercise that gets your heart rate up while stretching your limbs is recommended: running, Bikram yoga, Ashtanga yoga, Pilates, etc. Competitive sports are not recommended today, as your energy might be affected adversely by the win-lose dynamic. Take your time before you speak. You will be able to have a way with words if you know exactly what you want. This restful day announces the start of your activities again. Of a mostly intellectual nature, don't worry. Today's vibrations center on an acceleration or break with elements of your past. A careful mix of attraction and repulsion in relation to memories will greatly excite you and augment your heartbeat. Everything will be possible, and everything will be allowed if you really invest yourself in the situation. As Venus, the planet of money, enters her final 7 days in your income sector, she is joined by the Sun. This annual event shifts the solar onto your income situation, matters, and options. This year, it coincides with Venus's efforts to maximize financial gains during her remaining days and marks a pivotal shift in this professional year's dynamics over the next 10 days. You will gain more clarity when the moon returns to your career sector tomorrow. Meanwhile, as this brings your birthday month to a close, Mercury remains to tie up loose ends. Having the moon in an adventurous part of your chart as the sun leaves Leo will not only give you the confidence to embrace this new solar and the journey ahead, but to move into Pluto's final 10 days in your relationship sector with confidence. It was earlier in the week that the sun and moon clashed as a full moon in your relationship sector, but back in harmony, and with hindsight you can see how this has helped to better understand your own and your relationship needs. Daily Planetary Overview. Why beat a dead horse, right? Sometimes, revisiting old wounds can feel like a necessary step, but today, the universe is encouraging you to take a different path. With Mercury retrograde in Leo trining Chiron retrograde in Aries, there's a gentle nudge to resist the urge to go back in time. While the temptation to reopen old issues might be strong, you might find that there's little to gain from it. Instead, why not shift your focus towards the future? There's so much good on the horizon, and by looking forward instead of backward, you open yourself up to receiving the positivity that's coming your way. Have you ever noticed that when you dwell too much on past hurts, it can prevent you from moving forward? It's like carrying a heavy backpack filled with things you no longer need. Today, you have the opportunity to lighten that load. By letting go of the past, you make room for new opportunities, experiences, and connections that are more aligned with who you are now. This isn't about forgetting what's happened, but rather, choosing to focus on the good that's ahead. Now, today's energy also brings a sense of clarity, especially in your emotional world. You might feel particularly sensitive and more in tune with your desires. Use this clarity to bring a little more rationality to your relationships. It's a great time to strengthen the connections that matter most to you. Have you been feeling the pull to nurture certain friendships or partnerships? This is your moment to invest in those bonds. At the same time, it might also be the right time to gently let go of relationships that no longer serve you. Doing so with sensitivity and understanding is the best approach for everyone involved. Have you ever had to part ways with someone, not out of anger, but because you both had grown in different directions? Those moments can be bittersweet, but they also pave the way for growth and new connections. On the other hand, with all this emotional clarity, you might feel a strong desire to go after what you want, no matter what. And while that determination is admirable, it's important to keep things in balance. Be mindful of your actions, and try to avoid getting swept up in impulses that could lead to awkward or disagreeable situations. It's easy to stray from a sensible path into more destructive ways, whether that's indulging in excessive behavior with food, shopping, or even in your love life. We've all been there, right? Those moments when we think, why not, only to realize later that we might have gone a little overboard. If you find that things have come to a halt or aren't progressing the way you'd planned, don't get discouraged. Sometimes, the universe throws a curveball, and while you might not have bargained for a change of course, it doesn't mean all is lost. Instead of wasting all your energy trying to push through an obstacle, consider taking a detour. It might take a bit longer to reach your goal, but that detour could offer valuable experiences you wouldn't have encountered otherwise. Have you ever found yourself on an unexpected path that ended up being better than what you'd originally planned? Life has a funny way of working out like that sometimes. And if finances are on your mind, today's energy is perfect for settling outstanding financial matters. Whether you're tackling debts, budgeting, or considering larger purchases, your instincts are sharp right now. You're in a good place to make sensible investments, and the advice you receive is likely to be more conclusive than usual. Maybe you're thinking about making a big purchase, a car, a home, or something else significant. Trust yourself and the process. You've got this. I'd love to hear from you. How are you navigating this moment of letting go and moving forward? Have you recently made decisions to strengthen certain relationships or part ways with others? And what about your financial goals? Are you feeling that clarity to make smart choices for your future? Let's share our experiences and support each other as we embrace the good that's ahead. Together, we can move forward with grace, confidence, and a clear vision for what's next.